Michelle Sullivan bringing you another ultimate luxury experience. Today, I'm taking you on an exclusive tour through a property that has my favorite number in the address. Let's go take a peek. So Jason, tell me the vision behind this remodel, because it's absolutely spectacular.
So here in Spanish Trail Country Club, this is only one of 6 single-story homes on the golf course. So it was really important for us to bring this home kind of up to date and into a contemporary type of feel, which is our general style to begin with. So we wanted to completely gut this house. We did a top-down renovation from the roof all the way to the structural foundations of the property. We opened the entire home up with pocket doors, all leading to the outside for a real indoor-outdoor type of feel. We changed all of the finishes using the most high-end finishes that we could find, Miele appliances.
You can see like just this fireplace, and this is a look that's really trending right now. This leathered, is this granite or marble?
So this is marble. This is a marble called brown silk, and
it's beautiful.
We've used the same people, Michelle and John O'Loy, to source our stones for years now, and they're really fantastic about it. You might remember her from the show Flipping Vegas. She's been doing my homes for 15 years.
Oh, wow. I mean, it's so incredibly well done. Yeah. And, you know, I see a lot of flips, right? It's an industry that a lot of agents and just people in general want to get into, but to do it well and do it meticulously the way that you do it, you take it to the next level. You know, just for example, these are real pocket doors, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And it's expensive, isn't it?
It's very expensive. And, you know, for first time or young flippers, I do not recommend this at all. This is a long process. This build took us well over a year, and a lot of things go into it. Full architecturals, engineering, plans, permits, the whole deal. In our company, we have a philosophy that people will not pay for kind of done. They won't pay for half done. They won't pay for partially done, but they'll pay for done. They'll pay for a product that resembles something that you would find in the Ridges or in McDonald Highlands, but they want to be in these older neighborhoods. So we feel it's kind of like our goal to use some kind of like sustainability goals for ourselves, where we use older structures and we make them brand new again. You know, it helps us kind of reuse materials and still give people a product that they would want in a neighborhood where they're still green, that's not affected by the water restrictions.
I know that this is an incredibly expensive venture to get into as well, because you mentioned for that novice flipper, this kind of luxury flipping is probably not the industry for them.
Correct.
Because it takes so much money to, you know, put in the full pocket doors and just really finish it. And also with time, I mean, you've been doing this for a really long time.
Sure.
And you've really, I mean, you have a knack for it. You do it well. Choosing the right finishes that just really complement each other. The light walls and the dark floors, like how do you put that vision together of like, okay, we're going to pick this tile. If I was in a showroom, it'd be tough for me to pick all these finishes. How do you know what the buyer is going to want? That discerning buyer.
So it's not exactly the easiest thing, right? And I think I'm really fortunate that I put together over the years a really amazing team, from our architect Taylor to Michelle and John, to our stager and furniture designer Sasha. You know, that we all kind of feed off of each other. I think we all kind of see what's trending in the areas that we're working in or what we want to have our homes look like. I have grown grown up in contemporary homes my entire life.
You sure have. I remember that one over by the golf course.
Yeah.
What was that? It was like a historical house.
It was, and that's really what started us on this journey. Is, you know, I've probably flipped 300 what I would call crap boxes. We even still put personal touches in those, with Michelle still doing the tile for those as well. And, you know, I kind of got bored with that after the REO cycle. I was looking for something else, and at that point, you know, we had a house where I lived in a neighborhood called Paradise Palms, and it was the only architecturally significant neighborhood in Las Vegas under $1 million. The entire neighborhood was built by Irwin Milasky, and the architects were a firm out of Southern California, Palmer and Kreisel, and I knew their homes well, having grown up in Southern California.
Sure.
And I knew the product, and I knew what could be done with them. We started doing it, and we started dramatically over improving those homes. We were putting in materials that nobody would even think of putting in that neighborhood at that time. You know, people, you know, it's like that old saying, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
And at that point, you know, people were paying over appraisals for our properties because they were that spectacular. And they were taking so long that, you know, we kind of just decided that, you know, if we're going to be in a property this long, we better start leveling up a little bit and getting into the higher price range.
Okay, well, this primary is spectacular, and you know, as a woman, I love to take a bath. I love the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have to primp and get ready every day. So show me what you did with this bathroom.
Great.
I'm really
Come on
excited
in.
to see it.
So a lot of the materials that we use in our homes, you'll see in multiple areas, and we try to keep a kind of harmonious feel as you walk through the house. Here you'll see a limestone that we've used on the countertop called seashells, and you can see the seashell fossilization in the material.
It's stunning, and I love this big mirror that's lit up, because as a woman, you know, we're always trying to put our makeup together and make sure it's meticulous, because it's one thing to do it at home, but then when you're out in the public, you want it to
you want to
look
see it
perfect.
in the light, for sure.
Yeah, and I love this mirror. I love that you took the same material and you brought it all the way up the wall, and it's so elegant, and I'm seeing a lot of these light colors are coming back for modern. You know, it's this light modern feel, and it looks fantastic in here, and this shower is like, you could have a party in here.
Sure, and you know, to what you just said,
that was your idea, right?
It was, for sure. So, and what you just said is really true, that it's shocking how fast gray went out of contemporary homes, and now everybody's looking for creams and beiges and more earth tones, and we just think that there's kind of like a happy medium between the two, because we still like a little bit of an industrial feel with the concrete looking floors, and then we mix that with the organic feel of a material like seashells. Kind of gives people the best of both worlds. We ran the seashells in the showers again, and then we put the brown silk from the fireplace in the shower as well, so we've kind of mixed everything and made each room harmonious with each other.
Well, you've done it really well. You know, a lot of times with these flips or even custom homes, when homeowners are building these custom homes, they use remnants, or they choose a different material in every room, and then it looks like a remnant, and it looks like it's left over. And in my opinion, it kind of gives it a look that's not of the value where it should be, if that makes sense.
Right, and it doesn't promote kind of like a harmonious feel as you walk through the house. You know, earlier in my career, I always would try to do that. I would skimp and save, trying to get remnant material here and there. Really, what we found is, as we started graduating and leveling up our business into these higher and higher price ranges, we really felt that it was worth spending the extra money and making sure that it was right, and that people that are in homes at this level, they see it when they come in.
100%. I mean, as a luxury broker, you know, working with clientele on this level, they will pay for quality. Right?
Totally. I mean, there's only, I've said this many times, that there's only so many lottery winners, right?
Right.
Everybody else who can afford a home of this level, they worked hard. They understand what quality is. They understand what good workmanship is. We do spend the extra money to make sure that they get what they're paying for.
Yeah, absolutely. It shows, Jason. You've done a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
I absolutely love this home, and I'm a fan myself personally of that industrial concrete look. And these gray floors really give it, like you said, it harmoniously blends together. So it looks good.
Cool.
I'm excited to see the closet.
Come on down.
So, you know, I have a lot of shoes and handbags.
Right, totally.
So the closet is always one of my most important rooms when I'm searching for a home. And a lot of times for my buyers too. I'm finding with these affluent home buyers, the women are clothes horses. They have so much clothes, so many handbags, so many shoes, and the closet always seems to be an issue.
Sure.
Like, is it big enough? And you've just done such an elegant job in here. I'm also seeing a trend where it almost looks like, I almost feel like I'm in a Saint Laurent boutique with
right.
white
So that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to give the feel of a high-end boutique. We're trying to give the feel where you go from, you know, kind of the organic, harmonious feel of the bathroom into something kind of glamorous. And that's why we put a full-size mirror right here so you can get ready.
Yeah, so you can see like the whole outfit.
Totally. And we have the backlit bag and shoe display. We understand that the buyer at this level has expensive bags, has lots of shoes, and we take care to make sure that happens. And, you know, we do little things like I measure my wife's highest heels.
I love that.
So it fits.
Oh my gosh, that's genius because it's brilliant, because I always have that issue where the shoe, and I have to lay them on the side, and then if it's a delicate suede, I don't want to damage the shoe.
So my wife's highest heel, and she can run a marathon in 6-inch heels, can fit in there, and that's what we do. Yeah, and
think like a woman, build like a man.
Yeah, and this is and all of these shelves are perfectly spaced. You'll be able to fit a full-size Louis bag on each of these shelves.
I absolutely love it. And are you seeing that your buyers for properties that are renovated like this, you obviously have put a lot of money into this closet.
Sure.
Are you seeing those buyers pay extra for these finishes? Like, are you seeing a trend?
Sure. So
industry?
Our homes in particular, maybe not with the way the general public or other people redevelop their properties, but with ours, because they can see the level of high-end finishes, each one of our homes sets a new price record every time we do. And not just a price record for our company, but a price record for the neighborhood.
That's fantastic.
Which benefits which benefits everybody, really, because as you know, there's the old saying, a rising tide lifts all, and as we push the prices up, it's making it much harder for me to buy properties for sure, because you know, as that rising tide goes, even the lowest properties that need my help desperately, even their price continues to climb. And it's an uncalculatable amount of money that for the equity that we've brought into this neighborhood, and we're happy to do it.
Well, you guys are really the experts of Spanish Trail, and
for sure.
You know, back in the day, this was the luxury community to be in.
It was everything.
Correct. If you were a casino owner or just an affluent family in town, this is where everyone lived.
For sure.
I love that. You know, I would really say that you have spearheaded the revitalization of Spanish Trail, Jason. Like, you and Karis have truly done that. You've taken a community that was really not a community that affluent buyer would be focused on. And because you've made these massive changes with these luxury remodels, you've really put it right back on the map. So good job.
Thank you for saying that. It was purposeful for us to move in here and do that. There are 1,250 homes in this community. When we moved in here, we calculated that probably 1,150 of them needed our help. So it was all about career longevity for myself, for sure. But this is really one of the most well-built, well-appointed communities in Las Vegas. People don't realize that. I mean, it's little things like the lamps that line the streets at night, that the HOA keeps everybody's garage lights on and pays for it all night long. So even at midnight, you can feel totally safe walking around this community, because the whole thing is lit up like a Christmas tree. And you know, little things, again, like I said, like the contractor's gate in the back, it's so important. Where if you go to communities like where you live in the Ridges,
it's a mess.
Trying to get in there at 9 o'clock in the morning, trying to get in there at 8 o'clock in the morning, you're behind 100 construction trucks.
It's true.
Where here, it's not like that. They have to go in the back gate, and that's that.
Yeah, and the guests are just left for, you know, because it's guard gated, and every time I've come through the gate, you know, the security guards are on point. You know, they're checking the ID. And, you know, if you're thinking about relocating to Las Vegas and security is an issue, Spanish Trail is the community to be in, because the security guards are like the warden. It's like the best of the best.
You know, even on top of that, or on that note, I should say, you know, each home here, when you alarm your home, you hook your alarm directly into the guard tower.
Oh, wow.
So you don't
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you don't have to wait for some monitoring center in Singapore or whatever to call you. The minute your alarm goes off, it rings the guard tower, and there are armed guards at your property within 60 seconds.
Wow, I love that. Amazing. Let's go take a look at the kitchen.
So Michelle, does this look the same color to you?
You know, I think it's the light from, you have so much natural light coming into this house. It does look the same color. If you go at an angle, you can see that it's the same color. And, you know, Jason, I have to say, like, this is one of the reasons why you are the best. Your renovations, like, you notice something that traditional or typical home flipper would not even notice or even care about. And you care about those details. And that's why these homes turn out so perfect.
So what happened the other day was this front fascia piece had about like a centimeter of hangover.
Oh, wow.
Down below here. And I was looking in the pantry over there and I came out and I saw it and it made me crazy.
Yeah, and you wanted it flush.
So they just came to fix it and it looks good. But as the sun is hitting it, like it was messing with my eye, so I had to ask.
I agree. Yeah, it looks great. Jason, I love what you did with this kitchen. I'm a big fan of the dark masculine colors, but you made, like you said in the bathroom, you know, you just take all these materials and they just effortlessly go together. And I do notice the continuity. Yeah,
the bathroom vanities with the cabinets.
Yeah, it all matches and it comes together, just it blends effortlessly. It's so beautiful. This material right here, is this like a leathered granite? What is this?
It is. So this is a leathered quartzite. I'm not sure where it's from. Michelle and John, they sourced this for me direct, and then they had it leathered upon arrival. But what happened was, like, some of the leathering wasn't polished out the right way, so we sent it to a specialty shop and had all of the veining polished out, so there was a real kind of tone-on-tone look like we have with the cabinets. We have the shiny black appliances with the matte black fingerprintless material cabinets, and then we wanted to have the matte black countertops with the polished out veins.
Oh, it looks absolutely stunning. And Miele is, you know, you certainly did not skimp when it came to the appliance package.
No.
This is very expensive. And I see these only in the ultra luxury homes. And who doesn't want their own espresso in the morning?
Right. So it is interesting. I mean, our philosophy company-wide is that we want to give the buyer more than they've paid for. We want to give them a reason to come to the Spanish Trail, because this home in some place like where you live in the Ridges would be $6-7 million.
Absolutely.
And, you know, we want them to come here and realize the value in what they've purchased and the neighborhood that they're in and all of that. So we go a little bit crazy and we pay for other things, like, you know, this is the speed oven microwave combination, obviously the espresso, and then this is a standard convection oven, and then this is a convection and steam oven.
Oh, wow.
So this is all, and these are all plumbed units. You don't have to fill them with water or whatever. It's all plumbed right in.
Oh, that's fantastic. And you know, I love your philosophy, Jason. Give my buyer more than what they expected.
Yeah.
I think that's just true in life, right?
Totally.
If you can provide value, you are going to, you know, your business is going to flourish. And that's why you guys have done so well. I mean, how this home, I understand, is now under contract. How long did it take you to sell it?
The first buyer that walked in bought it.
Holy cow. Yeah. Wow. And so it was not even on the market for a day or two before you even sold it.
He called me.
Wow.
So it's a very interesting story. Lovely.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a lovely couple out of San Diego. I was working with them prior to the home being done, and they saw the home during the renovation before the driveway was done, when there was workers in here and dust and all kinds of stuff. And they were like, I don't know. You know, maybe not. We'll keep looking. I said, okay, great.
Yeah.
And then the minute the pictures hit the MLS, within 5 minutes, I got a phone call and they were like, wow, the house turned out unbelievable. We're driving in tomorrow to see it. And the next day we sold. They walked in, they were the first ones in, and they bought it. Crazy enough, though, since they've been in contract, though, we've probably had 30 phone calls from agents.
Sure.
From agents saying, oh, I had just sent it to my buyers.
Yes.
You know, I really wanted to show them. I get a text message or a phone call every day asking if my deal is solid, because they want to bring it back up. So I feel good that the people that bought it, that they got a home that lots and lots of people, you know, desire and want.
Yeah, I mean, the single story, you've got a dead on view of the golf course. And you know what's great about Spanish Trail is that these older properties, have a lot of land, a bigger driveway, and the setbacks are larger, really making it appealing for someone who's looking to relocate.
Totally. And this is the only one-story custom home in Spanish Trail with a double fairway view. I think there's only 6 or 8 of them total, but this is the only one with this kind of expansive view.
It's fantastic. I mean, you've really done a phenomenal job here, Jason, and I love the double pocket doors. And like I said, there's no expense spared.
None.
And it doesn't surprise me that you sold it within hours of putting it on the market to one of your own buyers. I mean, congratulations. And, you know, I've really seen, you and I have known each other for so long. I mean, we've known each other for years, and I've seen you come a long way. And I really feel like you are in your element. Like, this suits you so well, this luxury home remodeling. You do it so well. And thank you for giving me this tour today.
Yeah, great. I want to say something, you know, on that same note, you know, people who watch your socials, you know, they see who you are now. They obviously a beautiful, classy woman on social showing all of these luxury properties, but they don't know about the hustle and the work that you've done kind of throughout your career. I've known Michelle for 20 years, plus years, and I remember when she was selling new homes out of the magazine, 100 to 150 homes a year. She then transformed herself in the REO cycle to an REO broker, 200 homes a year. And then, you know, when that whole cycle was over, you know, I remember you and I spoke on the phone.
We did. You were actually one of the first friends that I spoke to, and I said, you know what? I want to get into the luxury market.
I said, you live in the ridges already. Start with your neighborhood, and you've really leveled up to that point. And it's super amazing to see how you've leveled up in business. And because I don't think people out there, you know, when they watch your videos, that they realize how much substance is behind, you know, what they're seeing on film.
I appreciate that, and it's like so genuine, and I love you. I miss you. Yeah. Thank you for this tour. That was like so fantastic. We're like good friends. We've known each other for a really long time, a lot of history. And it's nice to see like friends doing well and see everyone succeed. It's extraordinary.
For sure.
Yeah, very cool. Well, the next property you have, maybe I'll bring the buyer.
Yeah.
But with the way that you're doing these finishes, I mean, looks like you're just, you know, selling them before they're even hitting the market. And even the, you have it wired for surround and everything. I mean, it's all there.
So this house, it's interesting. So we were selling this house with a complete smart home package. And the deal that I made with the buyers, he wanted to do his own. So we made a deal on the price a little bit that reflected him being able to come and with his own AV people and do that. So what we did is we wired the house for complete surround sound in every single room.
I love that. So Jason, I understand that now you offer financing for someone that's looking to get into the home flipping business. Tell me a little bit about that.
Correct. So we have a company, Max Capital Lending. We only do investment financing. We don't do any Fannie, Freddie, VA loans. We don't do any homeowner loans. It's only business purpose lending for fix and flip investors, rental investors. If you have a large portfolio of homes, we do portfolio loans. We want exceptional investors to come get their loans with us, but we do beginners as well. And we have programs that are up to 90% of the purchase. We give 100% of the construction money with no payments for up to a year. And we have new construction financing for investors. If you're a home builder, we can do the financing with 25% of the lot acquisition, and then we give you 100% of the build up to $4 million with no payments for 2 years.
That's fantastic. I know I have a lot over in Iskaya, and that's always the biggest hurdle, right? For a homeowner that wants to build their custom dream home is actually having the money to do it and to not have a payment for 2 years. Because keep in mind, folks, that typically the bank is going to require some sort of an interest payment. So to have no payment for 2 years while your home is under construction is unheard of. That's phenomenal.
It allows you to manage cash flow. When you're in the flipping homes business or building, a lot of the problems that you run into is cash flow management. And when you don't have to make those payments and you don't have that worry, it really allows you to kind of free yourself up from a lot of that stress and burden.
Fantastic. Well, guys, if you are looking to get into the home flipping business or you'd like to flip luxury homes, Jason and his team, they have you covered for financing. So reach out to those guys and they can get your journey started.